Alright, welcome guys. So welcome to the episode 3. So for this episode we'll be learning about Figma. Yeah, so we get to know more about Figma, how it works and how to use Figma as well. So this is actually my Figma home screen. So for you to get to this place you have to sign up using Figma. So Figma is actually a free software. It's a software that you can use for free, but you can pay if you want to use the latest features. Now feature like maybe you want to host a site on in Figma, you want to do a lot of stuff like videos and all that in Figma, but you can actually use Figma for free. You can use it for free. So but let's get to know how to create our first design here today using Figma. Alright, so this is my home screen, and if I want to do anything I can actually create a design from here. I can just click on the design button. Yeah, for this fig jam is a place where we can actually create maybe our user flow. Yeah, user flow, I will teach you guys user flow but not today, but this are a lot of them. Yeah, but we are not talking about all this today. Let's face the design mode. So if I click on my design, it means I want to create my first design using Figma. So this is my Figma. You look how it is. It's actually empty. There is nothing here. This is my Canva. My Canva is actually empty. There is nothing here in my Canva. So all I have to do is start creating some stuff to to get started. And you can see here there is nothing here and there is nothing here, and here it's telling me on title because I haven't given it a name. So all I have to do now is to give my Figma file a name. So let's say I'll call it my first design. So this is my first design here in Figma. Yeah, so first thing first, before we can achieve anything, let's get to see how Figma work and how we could get our own design done using Figma. Yeah, so this is Figma has a lot of tools we can use. So the first tool here is actually what we call the frame. So I'll teach you how to use the frame, and we have the section and also have the slides. So for the frame, if I click on frame, it means I want to design using a particular frame. Yeah, we have frame for iPhone. So we have phone for phones, we have frame for 100 compact, we have phone for 100 medium, iPhone 16, iPhone 16 Pro, and so on. So let's see which kind of frame will fit our design. Let me say I want to design for iPhone 13. Yeah, I love using iPhone 13. So you can choose what you love and what you can use. You get. So I'll prefer using this one. So I have my okay. I choose iPhone 14. Alright, that's fine. So since I'm using iPhone 14 Pro Max or iPhone 14 Plus, I'll just give my iPhone 14. I'll just give my frame a name instead of leaving it as iPhone 14. So I'll call it splash screen. I'll call it splash screen. So this is my splash screen. Yeah. So you can see that we now have something underneath of this guy because I'm now bringing more stuff. So the more I get to bring, the more I will see things to work on from here. Now if I click here, it changes. If I click here, something happen. You can see that means I can actually do whatever I want to do using Figma from here. Like maybe I want to design anything, I can design them from here. I want to pick a particular tool, I can also pick them from here as well. So the next one is actually here. Here's actually a platform where we get our is it yeah is it is actually, yeah is a place where we get our rectangle, line, arrow, ellipse, polygon, star. So these are properties. You can get any property from here. For example, I click on rectangle, I can actually draw my rectangle from here. You can see. So if I click on line, I can actually get my line from here. You can see the line. So if I click on ellipse, I can get my ellipse, which is a triangle shape from here. If I want arrow, I can get the arrow from here as well. So you can see what I'm doing, right? So if I click on polygon, I can as well get my polygon from here. If I click on star, I can as well get my stuff from here as well. And if I click on images, it means I want to import images into my Figma, but that is not what we are doing now. So you can see the shapes we have here in Figma, but that is for it. So I will delete all of these guys, or let me just leave it here. So this is it. So next here is actually what we call my frame. So for the frame now, what I have to do now is to teach you how to prepare yourself when it comes to design, and how to start your design process. So first thing first, let's get to know about layout guide. So what is layout guide? Now, a layout guide is like an invisible guide that help you arrange elements neatly on a design canvas. So this is my canvas, or I call it a frame, yeah, for my design canvas, and it makes sure your design look organized, balanced, and consistent across different screen. All right, so let's think of it like a graph paper you use in school. Yeah, it does not show up in the final design, but it helps you draw straight and keep things aligned. You get? So that is it. So why layer grids are important? Now layer grids are important because it helps us design let me just say, it helps consistency, it helps keep balance, it helps responsiveness and professional look. Now consistency keeps button, text, and image line up very well. All right. Balance help avoid a messy design. All right. So responsiveness, make sure your design works on small screen, mobile and big screen desktop. So these are the important reason why we use layer grid. And don't forget, we actually have types of layer grid. So I will show you the types of layer grid from here. So the type of layer grid is actually number one. Okay, layer guide. So this is it now. We have three. We have grid, we have column, we have rows. Yeah. So which should I use now? I won't be using grid for this particular app. The best I can use is column. So if I see it has changed. If I use 4 count for column, that's what I normally basically use. Not normally, I will always use it. Then I use 10. This is my column. Taking of this guy, make this guy 4. So make sure you are following. Make this guy 4. Then I will make my width. So I will make my margin. I'll make my margin 23. Then I will make my gutter 16. So this is the basic things we should learn how to use when it comes to prototyping. All right. So not prototyping, layout guide rather. So your design needs to be consistent. It needs to be consistent. All right. So guys, I will just have to stop here. Our next class we'll get to learn more about how we can create beautiful things using Figma. Thank you so much, guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.